Legislation I introduced to protect American Second Amendment rights on lands managed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is thankfully included in this important package. According to the data compiled by the Congressional Research Service, the Corps is responsible for 12 million acres of land and waters, including 422 lake and river projects within recreation, 92,844 campsites, 7,700 miles of trails, and 3,544 boat launches. And while some Corps lands and waters are open for hunting, there are a small number of authorized shooting ranges. Much of the land managed by the Corps is off limits to lawful possession of firearms. I wish Senator Whitehouse was still here, because he raised a concern about the fact that this would allow people to own and carry firearms at dams and other hydro facilities where he thought there would be a concern. This legislation only allows the possession of firearms in those places that are open to the public, and specifically exempts the federal facilities that I think Senator Whitehouse was talking about. The fact here is it's a clear Second Amendment right that Americans should be allowed to exercise. Not only is this restriction a clear violation of the intent of the Second Amendment, but it's also inconsistent with the laws and regulations governing land that other federal regulatory agencies implement. Enabling Americans to carry firearms on land managed by the Corps will allow law-abiding citizens to protect themselves and to engage in the kinds of recreation we've already discussed here on lands and facilities designed for that. This change will also provide needed consistency across federal lands that will reduce the complication of tracking where one federal agency's management jurisdiction ends and another begins.